allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, I need an approval of the agenda, a motion, a second, and a vote. All those in favor? No opposition. Okay, we need to approve the minutes of the May 20th, 2025 regular board meeting. A motion, a second, and a vote.
So moved.
All those in favor? Okay. We're going to start out this evening with communications and some recognition of our spring sports. Mr. Mills.
What's happening here? I'm not sure this mic's going to make it through the evening. We have a lot of spring sports recognition to get through this evening. A lot of amazing accomplishments, and we're going to start things off with stunt. Casey, come on up. Our newly created.
Providing huge new opportunities to women in high school and scholarship opportunities at the collegiate level. As of May 15th of this year, the NCAA Committee on Women's Athletics has voted to recommend that Divisions 1, 2, and 3 sponsor legislation to establish national collegiate championship status, which will only aid in the growth at the high school level. This season we played 13 games, and with each one saw immense growth. We hosted our first annual stunt tournament on April 5th, in which we secured our first program win against Battle High School 9-4. Throughout the season, I personally received several compliments from other coaches, teams, and parents regarding the positive energy, leadership, and character that they consistently experienced with our team, including athletes from other teams stating if they could choose to play for another team, it would hands down be ours. Our coaching staff is blessed with an exceptional group of athletes, and we could not be more proud of them and the foundation that they have laid for many teams to come. With that being said, I would like to take the time to introduce Farmington Stunt Team 1 to all of you. We do have some not here working on vacation, but we did have a few of them that could join us this evening. So we have Alyssa Reynolds, sophomore, Aurora Woods, freshman, Clara Wilkins, junior, Emma Mullery, freshman, Genevieve Willman, senior, Helena Parrott, sophomore, Jolie Bennett, sophomore, Maggie Beard, junior, Shelby McCoy, freshman, and Shelby Williams, sophomore. Thank you all again for your support. It is greatly appreciated.
Coach Downs, boys golf. Any of the boys golfers, come on up. First off, would like to thank the board and the administration, myself included, to thank them for allowing me to keep doing this in retirement. Retirement's not overrated, by the way. But thank you to the admin, athletic department, Michelle and Lindsay in the athletic department do so much for us. Chad gives us the flexibility to attend a lot of tournaments during the school year, or during the season. We go to a lot of good tournaments, and that doesn't do anything but make these guys better. So thanks to all those, and thanks to the parents for dealing with a lot of weather issues when they come out to watch us in the spring. It's all spring sports now, so thanks to the parents as well. Our team-wise, we finished first in the conference tournament. This year we won that. Led by two seniors, Colin Polis and Lennon Alamo, who aren't here tonight. Lennon is going to continue his golfing career at junior college in Kansas. Colin has not decided yet. I think he has an opportunity to play at MAC right now. He's not decided if he's going to do that or not. And we had Jack Morrison and Joey Porter were also members of that team. And then we have our two super freshmen here this year, or tonight. These guys took on some big roles this year, considering that they just started playing pretty much in the fall and came on, and they both had postseason awards. Trick Bruni, right here, freshman, he ended up finishing all conference. He tied for 7th at the conference tournament this year. And Tanner Welch, Tanner won the individual conference tournament this year in a playoff against a senior. So that was pretty exciting for Tanner. And then Tanner was also all district. He tied for 10th at the district tournament and was a state qualifier this year. So we feel good about the future of Farmington golf, and these guys are going to be the leaders for us. Thank you. Coach Winder, baseball.
All right, good evening. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys also for supporting us, and Coach Mills. You guys have done a lot for Farmington baseball in recent years, and just wanted to thank you for that. In 2025, we finished with a 22-7 record. Had a really good year. We placed second in the conference tournament, lost that game by 1 run. Second place in the district tournament, lost that game 1-0. We were right there. We had a really good team, really good year, a lot to be proud of. Something I'm most proud of is our academic all-state team award that we got with a team GPA of 3.43, so that was really neat. And then we had 7 players earn academic all-state as individuals. That's Jack McDowell, Colby Larkins, Noah Brennan, Tatum Tinsley, Bryce Broom, and I'm missing a couple here, but I'll get them here in a second. We had all district players that aren't here currently. Jack McDowell, senior, Noah Brennan, senior, Trevor Sutherland, junior, Tatum Tinsley, junior, and Cooper Tripp is a junior. Aiden Redmond, standing right here next to me, arguably, I'd argue, the best pitcher maybe to ever come through Farmington. He was all district. earned All-State Award on Saturday. KTJJ Dream Team Baseball Athlete of the Year. Through 64 innings this year, 7-1 record, 93 strikeouts, only 20 walks, 1.53 ERA, and he also hit .330. I think led our team with extra base hits, so he's a heck of a player. We're going to miss him next year. We also have Connor Rice, another senior who earned Academic All-State, big time power hitter for us, really helped us out, 4-year varsity player. And we're going to miss him big time. And I wanted him to be here. He's worn number 12 in honor of Doug Forsythe the last 2 years. Doug Forsythe, big part of the history of Farmington baseball, and he's worn that jersey because of what he's done for our program and what Doug would want a player to do in our program. So I wanted him to be here as a senior, and we'll see who he passes that number off to next year. Our last Academic All-State player was A.J. Robbins. He's a sophomore. He'll throw some big innings here in the future, but I thought he was going to be here. He had 29 strikeouts in 24 innings. He threw, he's thrown in both conference championship games we played in the last couple of years, and I'm looking forward to seeing him develop over the next couple of years. So thank you guys, and have a good evening. Thank you again.
Coach Fritsch is here to recognize high school cheer.
Good evening. Well, we had a very good year this year. You may have noticed some things changed just a little bit, but with our kids, we would like to thank the board, the parents, Coach Mills, everybody that helped us out throughout this year. I'd like to recognize my kids first. Kendra Arnett. Sorry. Complications with COVID. Ella Gino, Riley Moore, Helena Parrott, Alyssa Reynolds, Georgia Tony, Nevaeh Kim, Olivia Herbst, Layton Massey, Shelby McCoy, Riley Moore, Hadley Pierce, Natalie Tennant, Ava Weiss, Aurora Wood. You want to write Aurora? Okay. Hazel Parrott, Eden Gulliher, and Isabella Roberson. And this year we did pretty good at competition. We're looking to do better. We placed 5th at regionals and then 6th at state. But we were only 2 points away from 2nd place. So they did very well. Game day, I actually thought we were going to be in the top 3. We got 2nd in band chant, 3rd in timeout, and then 7th in fight song. And then we got 4th overall in the 4A division. Outstanding leadership awards went to Kendra Arnett. Most improved was Riley Moore and Isabella Roberson. 110% award went to Ella Gino, Super Stunter, Helena Parrott, and the Night of the Year was Hazel Parrott. Board, we would like to invite you to our regional tournament. It's in Kansas City because we cannot do the St. Louis one this year because it's on homecoming weekend. So that is September 27th and 28th at Liberty High School. State competition, it's even better. It's November 1st at Mizzou at the Hearn Center. Game day is at Drury University Valentine's weekend. What a great time to go take your significant other to go watch us. And then we're having an exhibition here. We've invited other schools to come in, and it's not a competition, but we're just going to have judges come in where they can evaluate other teams like Central, North County, and us and such, and then give us feedback on what we could do better or whatnot. So we got a lot of stuff going on this year. But once again, thank you so much. Thank you.
Coach Stone, come on up. High school track. So, each year when I come up and do this, I always feel incredibly fortunate to have a ton of kids who have earned postseason honors as part of the track team this year. Obviously, like a lot of the other programs, we have kids that are gone and involved in other things, but we've got a good chunk of these kids here today. We had a monster track season again this year. Super fortunate. We had 140 kids out for the second year in a row who came out to be a part of the track program, which is a lot of teams around us struggle to get 12 or 15 kids out for track. So we're super fortunate to have the number of kids come be part of this like we do. We had a tremendous season. Again, both teams won conference championships again this year. It's the boys' 14th conference championship in the last 18 tries, and it's the girls' 17th conference championship in the last 18 tries. So a long track record of success at the conference level. This is our first year at the Class 5 level, and we got a district plaque this year, finishing second to Jackson on the boys' side in the Class 5 district championships. Had 21 all-district performances, 4 all-state performances. It was just a really, really great year. What I'm going to do to try to be as efficient as possible, I'm just going to read a name, tell you what they earned, and if you guys earned academic all-state, then I would like for you, when I announce your name, if you would come down here to Coaches Noble or Noble, and they have your academic all-state award down here. Okay, let's do the girls first. Okay, first up on the girls' side, we have Bailey Dane. If you're here, give a little wave there, yeah. Bailey Dane. Bailey was all conference in one event and all district in one event. We have Haley Daniel. Haley Daniel was all conference in 2 events. She was all district in 1 event. Cadence Dunn was all conference in 2 events, all district in 1 event, and earned academic all-state honors. Colvin Follis was all conference in 1 event and earned academic all-state honors. Natalie Gammon was all conference in 2 events.
She was all district in one event and earned academic all-state honors. Miranda Hale earned academic all-state honors. Mia Ingram was all-conference in one event. Kate Jinkerson was all-conference in 3 events. She was all-district in 2 events and earned academic all-state honors. Hannah Mathis earned academic all-state honors. Cayman McIntyre was all-conference in one event, was all-district in one event, and earned academic all-state honors. Hadley Pierce earned academic all-state honors. Helena Parrott was all-conference in 3 events. She was all-district in 3 events. Destiny Robinson was all-conference in 4 events and was all-district in 1 event. Ella Scott, all-conference in 1 event, all-district in 1 event, and earned academic all-state honors. Madeline Shipley was all-conference in 1 event. Kinley Walden was all-conference in 1 event, all-district in 1 event, and earned academic all-state honors. And Claire Wilkins was all-conference in 1 event and earned academic all-state honors. Now, while I'm on the girls, I'm going to go ahead and hand out the Girls Hale Memorial MVP Award. Get it ready here real quickly. Our girls MVP this year had a tremendous track season for us. She earned all-conference honors in more events than anyone else on our team. She was all-conference in 6 different events. She probably could have been all-conference in 8 or 9 if we would have had more meets to stick her in different stuff. A really, really tremendous all-around track and field athlete. She was also all-district in 2 events. She earned Parkland Area Athlete of the Week award once this season. And for the 2nd consecutive season, she earned all-state honors in the high jump. Our Girls Hale Memorial MVP this year goes to Hazel Parrott. Okay, I will go over to the boys. On the boys' side, Judge Aubuchon was all-conference in 3 events, was all-district in 1 event, and a side note on Judge, a couple of weeks ago, Judge went up to St. Louis and wearing our new Nitro outfit with a few concerns expressed by Mr. Mills, I might add. Judge defeated a whole slew of additional high school mascots in a mascot 400-meter race, which, if nothing else, it was super entertaining to watch. So thank you for that, Judge. Owen Barron this year was all-conference in 1 event. He was all-district in 1 event. And he was all-state, earning 5th place in the boys' Class 5 pole vault at the state championships. Alex Beckett was all-conference in 2 events. He was all-district in 1 event and earned academic all-state honors. Jackson Boyd earned academic all-state honors. Axton Bruni did something I mentioned in the rare event that it happens, that it did something we call the distance quad, earning all-conference honors in all 4 distance races this year. He was also all-district in 2 events and also earned academic all-state honors. Bryce Buzenbark was all-conference in 1 event. Nikolai Kane was all-conference in 2 events and all-district in 1 event. Dylan Coleman was all-conference in 3 events and all-district in 1 event. Coy Fripp was all-conference in 6 events, was all-district in 2 events, and was part of 2 school records this year, the boys 4x100 meter relay and the 200 meters. Easton Gerstner was all-conference in 2 events. Ryder Gallagher was all conference in one event, was all district in one event. Jackson Grimes was earned academic all-state honors. Jackson will be continuing his track career next year at Mineral Area College. Presley Johnson was all conference in one event. Caleb Leask was all conference in two events. He was all district in one event, and Caleb was also part of our new school record holding 4x100 meter relay team. Bryson Logan was all conference in one event and will also be continuing his track career next year at Missouri Baptist. Josh McCarthy was all conference in 4 events. He was all district in 4 events and was part of 2 new school records. Also the boys 4x100 meter relay school record, as well as the 200 meters where he tied Coy Fripp for our new school record. Josh also qualified for the state championships, ran the 100 meters in 10.98. It's just the 3rd time in Farmington history we've had a boy go under 11 seconds. So that was a great accomplishment there. Oscar Milan was all conference in 2 events. Colin Moon earned academic all-state honors. Corbin Phillips was all conference in 1 event and all district in 1 event. Wyatt Scott was all conference in 1 event. He was all district in 1 event. And Wyatt graduates as our new school record holder in the pole vault, becoming the first Farmington pole vaulter to ever go over 15 feet. A very notable accomplishment for sure. Clay Twidwell was all conference in 1 event and earned academic all-state honors. AJ Wiles was all conference in 2 events. And Kendall Wright was all conference in 4 events. Side note, he would have been all district in a whole bunch of stuff too, had appendicitis not gotten in the way, right at the worst possible part of the season. But statistically, Kendall Wright had arguably the best freshman track season in school history. And it was a very, very impressive year for sure. I want to recognize our boys Hale Memorial MVP Award winner this year with just a really extraordinary season, capping a great career. This young man was all conference this year in 5 different events. He was all district this year in 4 different events. He was all state in 2 different events, earning 3rd place at the state championships in the long jump and 6th place at the state championships in the triple jump. He was the Parkland Area Athlete of the Week once this season, and he was a part of 3 new school records this year and graduates from high school with 4 school records. But this year he was a part of the 4x100 meter relay school record and broke both of our school records in the long jump and the triple jump. And he'll be continuing his track and field career next year at Missouri Baptist University. Our boys Hale Memorial MVP Award winner this year goes to senior Brett Dry. Lastly, again, just a note of thanks to the board, Dr. Gibbs, Coach Mills, for all the support through the season. We wouldn't be able to have this kind of season and this kind of success without the support of this whole school district and the community. So thank you very much, guys.
Girls soccer players, come on up. Coach Stone, I didn't know if you gave that deal about our mascot. You know, today is National Mascot Day. I didn't know if that was a shout out to Nitro because of that or not.
I was unaware of that, Chad.
Well, I thought you might have been. That's why I wanted to catch you before you left. Our soccer coaches are in 3 different directions right now, but we wanted to recognize our postseason honors for our soccer girls. And Jocelyn Dennis received all district honors. Kate Reed received honorable mention, all district honors, and Lily Stadd was both all conference and all district. And Lily signed early in the year, continue her collegiate playing days at Mineral Area College. So congratulations on postseason honors, and that'll conclude spring sports. Ladies.
Okay, so just for the board, looking at the agenda, there's some items that are just informational. There's some procedure and farm updates. And then also there's some policy updates, and it is the end of their 30-day review. So I'm going to need a motion, a second, and a vote. All those in favor? No opposition. Okay. All right, so Dr. Gibbs, you're up.
So the audience is gone, and I speak into the choir, but that's okay. One thing we did last week, we had 2 days of great professional development for our leadership team and for our administrative team to come together, and we started off by celebrating the year and all the accomplishments, and really looking at the big picture and how all the pieces fit together, and then talking about our big goals, our non-negotiables for next year. So just an exciting time for us to all be in the same room and hear all that's accomplished, because sometimes we get in our own departments, we don't realize how many great things are going on all across our district and how it's interconnecting. So I'm just going to hit a couple highlights, those of you listening out there. But looking at the district as a whole, we were excited to launch the Black Knight Insight program with 10 highly engaged participants, and we're working on getting some people involved in that for the coming year. And then moving down to the last point, implemented the career ladder to really close the pay gap with area schools, and it also in turn helped provide a lot of programming for students, intervention programs as well. So a couple goals district-wide is we do have to kind of re-strategize, so we were working through the district's ballot initiatives and which direction we'll be going with that. So we have definitely not been able to take a break from that, and we'll have to have that some clarity on that in the next couple months, so we know which direction we're going. And then the portrait of a graduate would have been another celebration, but we want to make sure we continue to embed that into our strategic plan, and that's one reason we delayed sharing that from Dr. Cross did provide the report, but we want to make sure we then embed that and have more clarity on that, and then we'll share that with you at a later date. And so moving on here to Truman, Mrs. Turner was really intently performing the early learning committee. They had some meaningful meetings. I know Dolores was part of that, and Ms. Watson, as the new principal, is looking forward to launching the attendance program, Night Show Up for Success. So excited to just really build that foundation early. You can see there's a lot of similarities among our elementaries, but a few successes is definitely their student support team systems, and that's how we meet on students and find out how to individualize plans for them, whether it be behavior, academics, all of the above, to make sure that we keep students moving along. So all across the board, our elementaries are doing a great job with that. And then one thing that we've talked to you a little bit about, but our behavior consistency and implementing what we call a matrix for ensuring that consistent behaviors are implemented across the district. And as a result of all of that work, we saw a major decrease in office discipline referral. We were able to celebrate that data. And then there's Washington Franklin commented specifically on the positive behavior reinforcement that they're doing, which is another component of that in helping to bring down those behavior referrals. And so a couple of the buildings really want to focus on the cohort data and make sure as students are moving up, they're intentional about the work being done with those students and then continue to strengthen their behavior processes. A lot of those things hold true for Lincoln over at the intermediate building, but collaboration continued to be a focus there, intentionality there, and then improving their attendance practices. You'll see that throughout many of them, and that's a goal for next year. We know we have to continue to work and get the students here because that's how they learn. So I appreciate the hard work that goes on there. One major celebration for the middle school, moving on down there, is they reconfigured their whole building. It's quite an undertaking. Last summer, moving a lot of teachers around, but it just really helped with the transition and resulted in improvements in behavior, and then cut down on transition time so students were in class quicker. And then they just had a great group of first-year teachers, so we're really excited about the addition to their building there. And then they've been very intentional in working on the launch of their intervention program to help boost academics. So really excited to see how that goes for them, and appreciate all the hard work there. Moving down to the high school, we saw an increase in number of A+ graduates, and the program that was presented on early in the year, you may remember when the students came and talked about RSVP program, which is raising student voice and participation in their school. And so that really was a first step towards one of our goals district-wide. You see in Mindy's report of increasing student voice. But they are really going to be, their goals are intentional work on instruction next year, making sure that there is behavior expectations clearly in place and consistent across the building. Moving down to Daisy Baker, you can see some great successes that they had, but one thing that they have really been strong in is tracking student success, individualized for each student, so and helping facilitate growth for those students. And then I changed that out, but it's making sure that they have a dedicated intervention time that helps students. So moving down to the instructional coaches, there's growth in the vertical teaming. So as kids move through the grade levels, our teams are really working hard to make sure that we have alignment there, and that team really has a strong plan for building teacher leader capacity in the coming years. So excited to see them continue to work through that. Moving on to one of our departments with operations, and Josh shared these great accomplishments with me. He wasn't able to be at the meeting, had a situation with the elevator that we got modernized. So the bullet point 4 was completed during the meeting, but the new preventative maintenance system, which he's reported on, you may remember, and how that's been helpful for the district. And then we have some major projects that he's tackling for the summer. We're looking forward to seeing the roof replacement next door here at the Franklin part of the building. And then you'll see that the early childhood playground project is underway. So there were several others, but those are two of the bigger ones that he was looking forward to completing. The custodial department saw a changeover of leadership, and Keaton took that on and has been doing a good job. Right out of the gate, he had some challenges with weather. He had some very severe storms, and so had to chip the ice and get us back in school, and was able to do that. So appreciate his hard work, and he's really set a schedule in motion to get our buildings in good shape, and then be on a clear waxing schedule moving forward. And then moving down to transportation and Stacy's World, 100% state safety inspection was a strong showing for their department. And then the FMX program has been helping with the work order system, and they are, we had some emergency situations, so we really want to make sure that we're using our systems, and Kid Account is what we're going to go to for monitoring for us, and we're transitioning over to that. In Mrs. Kreitz World of Food Service, we really Appreciate Glenda and her service. We recognized her at the last meeting. But all cafeterias passed all their inspections, no concerns. So great work goes into making that happen. And the goal of hers is to continue to get feedback and increase participation numbers. And Mrs. Sheets, Rome, Mrs. Turner's working with curriculum and assessment, the meaningful work that was completed with the math and ELA vertical teams, just intentional meetings throughout the year to discuss the alignment and then make sure the right resources are in place to support the teachers, and that's a continued goal for them. Health, wellness, responsive services, our counseling program has really excelled in recent years, nominated for one of the higher awards in Missouri, and we're excited to report that drug treatment court was established, showing some initial success, and then we have programs in place to support improving K-12 attendance, particularly to work with parents at the lower grades where that's so foundational. So appreciate the work of Dr. Krause with that group. And then technology department, Corey reported on earlier in the year on his ed tech plan, and that's well underway and in place. And so we are also having to tackle and be intentional about our work with AI integration and how to monitor that. So that's all part of the tech world. And he keeps the infrastructure going, but works closely with Rachel Armstrong on the instructional side. Special ed department, we definitely can celebrate and look back a year ago when we were getting ready to launch the Discovery School. It's been a success over at Daisy Baker. Really helped some kids make some huge gains. And then they're working on a placement continuum for students and really aligning that throughout their department. So we appreciate the hard work of Ms. Hill. Can't forget about safety in this district. It's so paramount. And one thing that John Cross worked hard on was taking his safety leaders for each building and then developing a team underneath them to support effective safety. So a lot to celebrate there, and he wants to continue to strengthen that as we go into the next year. And then the communication department, so Ms. Southern's realm, we know that maybe the outcome of the bond and levy wasn't what we wanted, but it did help us educate the public in a lot of ways and get information out there and get a lot of engagement with us. And then the print magazine, we continue to revitalize that. We're looking to include more student voice, which is one of her goals. Moving down to finance, accountability pieces were definitely put in place to ensure consistency across the district. And then we're looking forward to, once again, one of the byproducts of the bond and levy was the transparency that we felt like we were able to communicate. We are launching a budget management system that will help us with more forecasting and hopefully more clarity of reports, graphs, the things people can see where funds are coming in and going out. And then for our team up here and our team over at WL Johns, definitely our team in the office there have found work through crossover. We're working on ways to support each other. I want to give a shout out to this board. We grouped up and went to the regional professional development earlier in the year, and we're picked for the host this coming year. So we're going to be there again, but I'm going to be here. So surprise. And and then not last but not least, but we've been able to enjoy month by month hearing about all the accomplishments of our athletics and activities department. 3 district championship teams, 2 state athletes, and many athletes that get recognized for conference, district, and state level recognition, academic all-state students. It seems like a long time ago, but it was this year the Hall of Fame induction for our wrestling program. That was really exciting and a real highlight. And then a goal for Coach Mills' department is just to improve program communications with the school and then the broader community. He does a great job with that already, but he wants to continue to be intentional with that. So definitely a lot to celebrate this year, but we're already looking ahead to next year and know some things that we want to continue to move forward on. We're not content to stay where we're at, and it's because we have a great team all across the board, and they make it happen with the teachers and the staff that works under them. So shout out to all of the leaders that make all of these great things happen and all the staff that is working so hard throughout the district. So gives us a year in review there. Any questions about things that we have done this year?
Okay, so going back, I need a motion, a second, and a vote to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor? And now, I need a motion to adjourn to closed session.
I move to adjourn to closed session to discuss personnel pursuant to 610.021, paragraphs 1, 3, 13, and 14.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor? No, I know.
Freeman,
I just thought of that. It just took me a second.
Freeman,
Yes.
Howard,
Yes.
Lawson,
Yes.
Noble, Hahn.
Yes. Thank you all for coming. Have a good